Shalom, family. I realize it's a little late, so I'm going to keep it short. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb, always. Now, my original intent was to deal with some knucklehead local politicians. It can wait. We have a little while longer to besmirch them and asperse their character. We'll get back to them soon enough. Preliminary matter. Someone asked me, how does it feel to be me? And I said it's going to take me a little while to understand number one, what you're really asking me, because the word feel is a hang-up word. Feel is an action word, and an adverb. So feeling would be something that I do, or at least halfway do, rather it be voluntary or involuntary. That's the first thing. And while I don't remember, it's like being empty. It's like interspersed by flare-ups, worldly events, flare-ups, understanding that you have a part to play in this, and that no one else can play the part that I play. And I still don't know how I feel, but I can take you through a litany of feelings that I once had in the beginning of this: fear and confusion. Because early on, I didn't know what the hell was going on with me. Things were happening fast. It was like 1 year, maybe 2011, a booming voice said to me, "Are you ready?" And I never answered because I was afraid to answer that question. Are you ready? So I avoided even responding to that question. It was a spiritual thing. But make no mistake, it was a very loud voice. And that was about 2012 or late 2011. Needless to say, no, I was not ready. A short period after that, I was sitting at my bar, and that voice would come to me again. And the voice said, "Will you sacrifice?" And I said, "Everything." Hindsight is always 20/20. Sometimes it's out of the mouth of babes. However, so I felt trepidation. Shortly after that, there was anger and rage at the events that were happening within my life, mixed with spirituality, things that I couldn't explain, things that I didn't have the capacity to understand yet. That would put the timeline at about 2015. Strange things were happening. I was at the end of being woke up, and once my eyes were open, I could see everything, and I mean everything. And when my eyes opened and I seen everything, at that very moment, everything seen me. It was a situation of what the fuck is that? And I'm looking at them like, whoa. I know what you are, but at any rate. So I felt fear and anger. The my what used to be fear, I can't afford fear anymore. So God has taken fear from me. I simply can't afford it. So because my fear turns into anger, it was something that I started perfecting a decade ago, over a decade ago. I take the energy that is produced by fear and I turn it into rage. It's the same energy. I just manipulate it into something else. Not fear, but it becomes rage. So it's been a long journey. And then comes the spiritual confusion. I had the Lord put me to sleep for 3 days. You understand? Walking around in the daze like a zombie, kind of half there and not there at the same time, coming out of it and not knowing what damn the day it is. Sometimes afraid to close your eyes because you know that God got a plan. He finna do something. He's finna do something. And all the while that's going on, I'm dealing with those in the spiritual realm that know who I am and what I am, but they also know that I'm not at full 100% yet. You see what I'm saying? So they were taking advantage of that. I hadn't gotten my feet under me. It's like the power that comes with this. I didn't recognize it as power. It caused confusion in me. In fact, it was so confusing that, I had things totally wrong. I would walk outside and it would start raining. I would walk outside and the wind would immediately start blowing. I would get angry in a damn storm, like I'd be pissed off some shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I was at a motel in an acre's home, enraged. There was a lightning strike per second. And you walk outside and you happen to look up in the air and the geese that normally be flying in a V, you see them in a V, but when they get over you, they break formation and they form a circle and start to flying in a circle above your head. I thought I was being targeted. I thought I was being attacked. I was wondering, Father, what have I done? You have truly set the universe upon me. This is crazy. And I don't even remember what I did, but it must have been bad. But over time, it would come to me that this is just the universe's and Mother Nature's and the angels' way of saying hello. How you doing? We've been waiting on you. A long time now. That's all that was. But in the beginning, it caused much consternation. There are times that I get what I call downloads. These downloads are in frequencies. You can't hear them. Sometimes it's in the left ear. Sometimes it's in my right ear. Sometimes it's a low frequency. Sometimes it's a high frequency. Sometimes they'll last up to 3 minutes. Sometimes 20 seconds. What you would hear is beep. You would think that your ears are ringing. But for me, it is a transfer of data into my spirit and into my mind. And it's not quite like a beep. It's multiple little packets running behind each other really, really fast, and so fast that your ear would think it's a beep. No, it's just a lot of little packets of data moving quick. I had to learn how not to scream because I didn't realize what I could do with a scream, especially one in anger. Like I'm trying to just let go of my steam. Well, I can't do that because it would hurt you. So I can't do that anymore. Sometimes, I mean, things I would routinely do, like go find somewhere like a bayou or a creek or a lake and just scream to the top of my lungs. Well, I can't do that anymore. I don't have dreams. I don't have nightmares. I've seen so much in the spiritual realm that pretty much I'm just kind of there. I mean, I doubt that nothing else is going to jump out and surprise me. I can tell you exactly what depth is and what it looks like and how it moves. It's not what you think. We won't go into it here, but it is not at all what you think. And God is so merciful for not letting you really see. He really is. So that would be how I'm working up to how I feel because I'm still trying to figure out how it feels to be me. I don't think I can afford to feel anything except temporarily, like me looking at images of bad things happening. That's a temporary thing, and my body, on my on my psychological makeup, immediately gets the shut down the shock and the pain of the image, so that I don't really feel it because of obvious reasons. Pain turns into anger, and like I always say, anger gets shit done. And because I understand that, then I have to be careful with such generalized anger. That's what it means to be me. I have to be selective. I have to be on my shit. I have a brain that never stops thinking. Never. Never. This brain never stops thinking. Ever. Scary. I, it's different when death really doesn't have any meaning anymore and you realize why it doesn't to you. For me, let me tell you why it doesn't. I was in doing some ritualistic shit. This ritualistic shit, you have to be damn near dead, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. You have to be damn near dead to 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 go where you want to go in this ritualistic objective here. So that means you have to take steps to hurt yourself, slow your heart rate down. It's some people choose pills, other a damn alcohol and lots of it without any water and no food. There's ways of doing it, of almost dying. You're right on the cusp. Now, in that state, in that state, you are literally at the doorway of a lot of shit. You're at the doorway of a lot of shit. This particular, I don't even know, man, what to call this shit, actually. It was a spiritual battle going on big time. I was in a house that's overrun with just bad shit. I'm talking about bad. You can feel it. You can feel it on the outside of the house. If you stand in certain corners of the house, you can feel it behind the house. So spiritual warfare was inevitable. It was so fucked up that one morning, right before sunrise, I looked out of the window, and I shit you not, the whole front yard was filled with ghosts, what you would think of as ghosts standing there. This how powerful this shit got, because it attracts this kind of shit when you put your mind and your body in that kind of a state. You're almost dead. So anyway, during this state, I came in contact with something that I don't want to go into calling it by name or either describing it, but it shouldn't have been there. And it made a mistake. In that state, I'm the one thing that nothing in the spiritual realm wants to even so much as look at. In that state, we would find it disrespectful to be so much as gazed upon. Okay? So this particular entity looked at us, and that started a long night. A long night. The shit got so wild, and I was so far in the spiritual realm, at one point, I could look back at my body on the bed, and it was like fog all around my body. That's all of the different spirits trying to enter my body because they know that I'm not there. Not like I should be there. Some part of me is there, but I'm not there. I'm in their realm. So that's their attack back. It didn't work, but it got damn close. I kept having to come back and to shoo them away. And in fact, on one of these comebacks and shooing them away, someone was in the room with me, and man, wow, shit get wild. I lost. I couldn't go back like I wanted to, but I understood that something came back with me. So what we did is we smoked there. Man, I don't want to get into ritualistic shit, man. I lit a cigarette in a clean ashtray. I smoked the cigarette, dumped the ashes in the ashtray, smoked the whole cigarette, and then you crush up the ashes, and you dump the ashes in the palm of your hand, and then you blow the ashes in the air. When you blow the ashes in the air, it's going to reveal any hidden thing in the room. So this is what I did. And the dude in the room with me, he said, "Did you see that?" He was shocked. And what we had seen is footprints walking across the carpet, leaving the room and going into the hallway. That's what he had seen. I said, "Yeah, I seen it." And I laid back down. Now, we get to how this all ended. This night that I almost died. And it lasted into right around 8 that morning. I was so deep in the spiritual realm's ass for that violation, but it wasn't them. And they knew that I understood that what just looked at me was not a spirit, was not Adam consciousness. No, this was something else. Either way, they wanted me out of the spiritual realm so bad that they told me its name. They told me that's how bad that they wanted me out of their realm. They told me what I was looking for is name, okay? And we won't be saying their name. I should insult it once more, but I won't. Not tonight. So now here's the tricky part about this type of behavior, mysticism, spirituality, shit that you really shouldn't. Don't try this at home because it could literally kill you. It can kill you. Trust me on this. Okay? And just don't do it. So, but the thing is this. Once it was over, I thought it was over. This thing was so angry, and the spiritual realm was so angry that I was getting hit. Like I'll be driving down, getting away from the scene of the crime, of the ritual. I swear to you, man, and I ain't gonna swear, just take my word for it. Every half mile, I could feel something hit the side of the vehicle and shake it. Every half mile for up to 2 miles. That's how I said to myself, oh, well, shit, they have about a goddamn 2 mile range, and you better be moving quick, because it's like they standing on every fucking block waiting on you to pass by, and they gonna shoot at you. It took me another 3 days to recover. 3 days. It drains you. And I don't recommend it. Some things I had to know. And I found out. I mean, I went in the backyard, and in that state, you kind of walking dead. You're kind of like the walking dead because you're there with them and they know it. You're semi-conscious, so to speak. And in that state, you can do all kind of shit. At least I could. I went in the backyard, and I walked into the backyard, and immediately I seen what you would think of as a portal. I knew what I was looking at because all around it was fresh green growth. It was springtime, but in an area of the backyard, it was a perfect circle where nothing would grow, and nothing would grow over it. The branches of the other trees and plants would stop and not grow over it, and that's what it looked like. And I could feel all of the spirits everywhere I looked. I could make they were moving, and so I grabbed a stick. See, Mother Nature is something. Everything's alive. So I pick up a stick, a freaking pecan tree, about 3 feet long, and I stand in the middle of the circle, and I started etching a circle in the ground, turning faster and faster and faster and faster. And when I got tired of turning, I threw dirt from the stick and the ground into the air, and they were in the dirt. The sky opened up and swallowed their asses up, and they never came back. This is how shit works out here. Like I say, folks, there's shit here with you that want to kill you really bad. So be aware. So we all have to be aware. It's deeper than you think. Enjoy the rest of your night. We're Source. We're Seven. We're One.